I am going to do a collection of videos pertaining to a few things. Most of all, pertaining to the entertainment industry, mostly in Hollywood, movie and TV shows, because this is some stuff that has been on my mind for a while. And I need to make myself feel better. So that's what I'm going to do. God. So, this is going to be a long rant. And this video will probably be broken up into several parts. I don't care how many people watch this. I don't care who reviews. I don't care. This is just me just venting my frustration on Hollywood as a whole. A lot of recent news came out, and I'm going to go through it verbatim. But the one thing I want to start on first is the disaster of the Inhumans that came out from the IMAX screenings. And this is just a small quiver to a bigger issue that I have with the entertainment industry. So for a lot of you guys don't know, Inhumans was supposed to be is another entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. From my previous video, I like the MCU. All their movies have been hits. Even a couple of them like Iron Man 3 or Thor: The Dark World, even those were decent. So the movie side is secure. The TV side has been doing good too. Even Agent Carter that got canceled in season 2 had really, really good ratings, but it just didn't find an audience though. Which I think they should have just stuck with the miniseries first season and then left it alone. But they got a little carried away though. But the Inhumans, bro, it was supposed to be a movie. Then they took it down from the movie. I don't know why they did that. People say I put them that first kind of fight to do it because they wanted a replacement for the X-Men, all that stuff. I don't know. I got my own thoughts on why they gave it to Marvel Television instead, though. But that's for a whole other time. It's another conspiracy theory, but whatever. But it's sitting at a 0% of Rotten Tomatoes, which is just pathetic. And I didn't go see it at the IMAX. I was very hyped for this because it looked like this was going to be a major Marvel event. It was going to be like a quasi movie / TV show. And it was cool because it felt like we was going to get like 4 Phase 3 Marvel films in 1 year, along with an extra television show. And they say, it has the budget of Game of Thrones or the blockbuster movies and things like that. And when I saw the trailer for it, it didn't look that bad. I liked Lockjaw. I liked how Medusa's hair looked. It looked really good, from what I saw. But then, of course, who's involved. Scott Buck. We all know who that fool is. Scott Buck is the guy that did the Iron Fist, which, look, I ain't gonna jump on the bandwagon. I thought the story was decent. The entire story was decent, except I didn't like the Meachums. The Meachums sucked. However, what pissed me off about the Iron Fist was that the Kung Fu was horrendous. And to no fault of Flynn Jones, because apparently he only had 15 minutes to know how to do all his moves. Now, people say, well, why did Marvel do Scott Buck? Well, why did Marvel give Scott Buck, the Inhumans after the horrible Iron Fist? Well, to be I'm not even going to say this is even fair, because they knew, what happened was when before Iron Fist came out, they already hired Scott Buck to do the Inhumans. Now, this is a combination of both. The biggest person of all that really screwed this up was Scott Buck, because that dude just has a poor track record. The man doesn't care. I was this close. I have never done this before, but I was this close to going on his Twitter account and just blowing a fuse on that man's Twitter account. I had never fanboyed before, but I was really looking forward to the Inhumans, though. I was looking forward to the Iron Fist and the Inhumans both, because I'm like, when the Iron Fist is like the most mystical, the most fantastical of the Defenders. I'm looking for. I kind of figured we wouldn't see the dragon because it's the Defenders. I didn't think they would have the. I would have been shocked if they did do the dragon, but I was prepared to not see the dragon though. But I was looking forward to seeing some high intense kung fu martial arts. I wanted to see the costume, and they didn't give it to us except for an old Chinese flashback. And the kung fu was garbage except for episode 8 when the man Louis Tan, the guy that was originally the closest to getting the Iron Fist, just showed off Flynn Jones and the rest of Marvel what they was missing with the Drunken Master fight. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't understand what people like that think. And it's not just Scott Buck. It's a few other people. There are people in Hollywood. The guy that did the Transformers films, I can't remember his name. It's called I can't remember, but he did Transformers 4 and 5 and stuff. I mean, these people, the guy that did Dragon Ball Evolution. I mean, these people, they grab these properties and then they just completely butcher them. Why would you not have Iron Fist wear the costume? That could, I mean, do what Daredevil did. Like Charlie Cox can do some stunts, but the bulk of the heavy work goes to his stuntman that wears the suit. And all they had to do was put Danny Rand. Flynn Jones should just focused on his acting, and they should have had him do like maybe a few moves. If you don't have enough time for this man to know how to do kung fu, hire a stuntman to do the kung fu. I mean, there's a channel on YouTube called The Stunt People. I think the guy's name is Eric Jacobus. I will link his channel in my description to this one. This dude, he's a white guy, right? And him and several other Chinese and Asians, and it's different people. It's not just Asians and him. It's like black people. It's like it's a couple of chicks on there. They be like he has a small little video series called Kitchenary. No, not Kitchenary. He's got that too, but it's one where it's like Darth Vader versus. That is some of the most epic stuff I've ever seen, and these people don't even have a budget. You are spending millions of dollars to make these TV shows, and you just completely butcher them. And Iron Fist should have been an authentic martial arts kung fu story. Even if I thought the story was decent. But if you had added the kung fu, you have so much inspiration. You got Meals on Wheels, you got Drunken Master, the freaking Raid should be your top inspiration for any kung fu show. I mean, the first season of Daredevil, the fight scenes in Daredevil 1 was comparable to the Raid. People will say, oh man, this like Raid level stuff. Which, I don't think it was Raid level, but it was close. Iron Fist should have destroyed that. But no! You gave it to Scott freaking Buck, who doesn't know how to direct nobody and stuff. I mean, come on, bro. And then, right after that, they gave him the Inhumans. Now, the one thing that saved Iron Fist was the fact that it was 13 episodes, so you can watch the entire series straight. And it's the last one after 3 successful shows and leading up to the Defenders. The Defenders saved him because there was a huge difference between Flynn Jones' acting. Well, not his acting. He kind of acted the same, but his fighting techniques were a lot better in Defenders because they brought a new stunt team. I think he actually had time to practice. And it's like, I was rooting for him a little bit more. I liked him better in this one. And then the Inhumans was like, I was really looking forward to seeing Black Bolt and Medusa and Lockjaw and all of them. And I haven't seen the IMAX editions because I was waiting for the reviews to come out. And everybody's just bashing the heck out of that show. But when they announced Scott Buck, it's like, man, I don't know about this, man. This might not be good. And of course, they proved me right. It was horrible. It's sitting at 0%. I'm going to tell you why I didn't go to IMAX. Because I've learned to hold on to my money. This world is hard enough to live in as it is, and I am not going to spend $20 to drive an hour away just to see 2 garbage. I would have been highly pissed, and I'm not going to support garbage. People say, oh, you should listen to the critics and everything. No, the critics are there to help you determine whether or not you should spend your money, your hard-earned cash, now on some garbage. And that's how I felt with, these 2 episodes of The Inhumans. And I won't be watching the series. I was really looking forward to the series, so I won't be watching it. I got better things to do with my time. And the reason why I won't be watching it, and another reason why I feel that everybody else, now it might get better down the road, but this is Scott Buck we're talking about here. So, this was a big deal. This was IMAX, / Marvel. This could have been big, and he just completely butchered it. His career should be over after this. But this is another thing. It's not entirely his fault. This is also the fault of Marvel, because I think they got a little bit too confident. They got a little bit too cocky. Everything was going good. The TV shows Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. had bounced back and each season got better and better. They had Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. I mean, they was just rocking it, right? Then they announced, not only that, but we got, Cloak and Dagger coming out, The Runaways on Hulu. We got New Warriors. Punisher's coming out. Everybody was just, oh man, Marvel. There was a time where Marvel television was better than the movies. And going to the movies was like an event. It was like a special treat to see a Marvel film, because the TV shows, they were more frequent and they was just that good. And I think they got a little bit overconfident there. And it's like, first of all, check this man. I don't know what Scott Book did in the past, but if this dude has a really bad rap with like Dexter, let's just say, okay, he had a good pitch for Iron Fist. Okay, well, let's just see how he does with that show. But don't give him a show. Don't give somebody a show right after before they've proven themselves with the first one that they've done. See, even like the guys that did Defenders, they proved themselves with season 1 and 2, because they worked on season 1. They show ran season 2. Season 2 was pretty much just a straight Defender/Punisher setup, but it was good. And now they gave them the Defenders to do it. They proved themselves, Scott Buck just came into Iron Fist and they gave it right to him to do Inhumans. That is a big deal. You give the Inhumans, you give something like that to somebody who has a good track record, or you give it to the people that did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, they could have pulled off one. I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has 2 showrunners, Jed Whedon and his wife. They could have pulled one of them off and said, look, do one of y'all know, do any one of you guys want to do Inhumans? Because they have the most experience with them and they are excellent writers. So what they should do with the Inhumans was, they should have had a whole different showrunner. That's what it came down to. Scott Buck is horrible. And this is a lesson. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I will not support garbage. And I think that nobody else out there should support garbage too. Because they need to learn that we will not support garbage, so that they make sure that they will not make this mistake again. And this is not just the MCU that's doing this. This is like a lot of other places, a lot of other studios are doing this too. But I'll get to them, in a minute. The next person I'm going to rant about is freaking Star Wars. But because that's just freaking God, man. I got so much to say about Star Wars right now. But it's just painful to see stuff that you've been hyped for, that you are looking forward to seeing, and then it falls to the wrong hands, and then it's just butchered. Like, Batman vs Superman, X-Men Apocalypse, the Transformers series. I was really hyped for all of those properties. Like when they did Transformers 2, The Revenge of the Fallen, I was thinking that they was going to lead into Unicron, because the Fallen is actually one of the original 13 Transformers that started with Unicron. And I was really looking forward to seeing that, but they didn't do it. Michael Bay just went on a music video color, shoot 'em up spree, and just ruined the franchise. It just made it incredibly dumb. Same thing with Iron Man 3. They was doing a great job with the Mandarin. They butchered him at the end while doing some dumb red herring. It's like, why can't I just do these people right? Even with Dormammu and Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was a great film, but Dormammu looked at nothing like the comic book side. And I almost forgave them until I saw the conceptual art for it. And it's like, why would y'all do that, bro? So it's just disappointing to see stuff like the Inhumans and Iron Fist. Iron Fist can probably bounce back because I think it'll be shorter. I think they said it might be 10 episodes, maybe. And then they got a new showrunner on there. But I'm sure that Jeff Loeb and them have picked the right guy. I hope they have. But the Inhumans, that's a different story, because that's like 8 episodes in a, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 weeks you have to sit there and watch. And I'm not going to wait and pray that this freaking series gets better. I shouldn't have to wait for that. It should be good from start to finish. Okay, so I don't care if it gets canceled. I hope it doesn't. It might come back for season 2, but I hope this is a lesson for Marvel and anybody out there. Don't hire Scott Book. He is straight garbage. And if you go to Twitter, Twitter account, blow his Twitter account up. Let him know, don't you ever come back again. I hope he gets fired. I hope his career is finished. Straight up, because that's just horrendous work. Shoot.